Check, check, check. All right. showing up for you, but there must be a setting. That's a good song. I don't understand why it's so loud for that. There's got to be something not turned up right. All right, we're about to get underway here. The starting lineups go as follows for the UMS-Wright Bulldogs. Leading off, number 9, Jake Pilger. Batting second, number 5, Proston Tanner. In the third hole, number 17, Max Fowler. Batting cleanup, number 1, John Ellis Pritchard. Batting 5, number 12, Ty Mabry. Batting 6, number 10, Copland Reed. Batting 7, number 3, Bradford Quinlevin. Batting 8, Brady Cathan. And batting ninth, number 2, Nathan Kobo, who's the DH, batting for the pitcher, number 20, Luke Blackerby. And for your home Baker Hornets JV, on defense, you've got the starting pitcher, Caden Zoltek. Catching him up today is number 20, J.R. Golden. At first base, you've got Lucas Lalaberte. At second base, you got Caden Horton. At third base, you got Connor Cunningham. At shortstop, you've got Zane Mizell. And left to right in the outfield, you've got Gabe Amick, Yadiel Oriano, and Aiden Jackson. We'll go over the Baker batting order when it comes to the bottom of the first. Stepping up now, Jake Pilger here leading off for the Bulldogs. And first pitch by Zoltik is outside and low for ball 1. Zoltek gets his sign as he comes set from the stretch position and delivers the 1-0 inside and driven out to center field. Yadiel Oriano has it lined up, and it's a fly out center field, F7 or F8. I mean, that's going to bring up Preston Tanner for the Bulldogs after 2 pitches from Zoltek. First pitch by Zoltek looked like a cutter there for strike 1 on a swing and miss. The 0-1 pitch is fouled off, brings the count to 0-2. The 0-2 delivery from Zoltek is high, fouled off over the first base dugout there. Still 0-2. Here we are 5 pitches into it, and Zoltek seems to be on today. So that'll be good for the Baker Hornets if he can keep that up. The 0-2. Called strike three on the outside corner. Great pitch by Zoltek. Nothing too fancy and just getting the job done. Match something. So that's going to bring up the 3-hole hitter, Max Fowler here. Breaking ball stays high for ball one. Kind of twisted. The 1-0 must have been low. He caught plenty of the plate, but umpire called it ball two. Hopefully that zone stretches a little bit here as the game goes. The 2-0 looked like the same pitch he called strike on the second one. Could be a couple inch different though, but it's hard to tell from the press box with him in my way and the catcher, of course, there too. So the 2-1 hit on the ground into the 4-hole there, going to be fielded by the right fielder Jackson and thrown into second base there. The 2-out single by Fowler will bring up brings John Ellis Pritchard. Fowler's the catcher, so we've got a courtesy runner for him at first base. William Peak, it looks like, is number 4 that's running for him today. Got a little drizzle for game one of this split doubleheader. The ball's in the dirt. Golden blocks it, but not good enough. It squirts out to his left and allows the runner to advance to second on ball one there. Golden needs to get that left shoulder thrown forward a little bit to keep the ball down at the plate. No damage here so far, though. 1 ball, no strikes. There's still 2 outs here at the top of the first inning. 1-0. Must be a little bit low. We'll find that bottom of that zone here before the day's out, I'm sure. And might have been just a touch outside, but pretty good pitch altogether. 2-0. Zoltek checks the runner twice and comes to the plate, fouled off directly behind home plate. Let the camera settle a little bit, and it looks like we're still good. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Tripod. That wire. 2-1. Fouled off. Apologize for the camera movement, but I do have it in there in the fence to make it a little bit better for you. I might have to run down there between innings and adjust it back, but I think we're still okay for now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the first. Payoff pitch. Outside. Golden misses it. That's a pass ball there and allows the runner to advance to third. Count's full now. Maybe crossed him up some. Little conversation between the pitcher and the catcher there. Still got to be able to read that and keep it in front of you. Count's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. There's 2 outs. Man's on third base now. Bulldogs threatening to score here if and the 3-2 pitch is called strike 3 right down the pipe. That'll bring us into the bottom of the first inning. Coming up next for your Baker Hornets will be Yadiel Oriano, Caden Horton, Lucas Lalaberte. And we'll finish that out as we get closer to the start. We'll take a break here for a short moment. back to the bottom of the first inning. The Baker lineup looks as such. The center fielder, Yadiel Oriano, leading off, followed by Caden Horton, followed by Lucas Laliberte at first. First pitch is called strike on a little sweeper on the outside there. Golden is batting cleanup. Mizell batting 5. Pitch 2 is drilled in the air. Shortstop's waving everybody off and hauls it in for out number 1. That's going to bring up Caden Horton. After Mizell, you got Gabe Amick, Connor Cunningham, Carter Smith, and Aiden Jackson to round it out. There's a shot back up the middle. Shortstop gets a glove on it, but to no avail. Got a little line drive infield single there for KK. Laliberte is stepping in the plate here. Horton's at first. Blackerby's checked him once, and there goes Horton. He takes off. That throw is not going to get him. It's sailing into center field. The center fielder backs it up well. So ball 1, stolen base by KK Horton. 1 ball. A little frontside sweeper, swing and a miss. 1-1's the count. He started that sweeper on the outside part of the plate, down and away. It would have been a great 0-2 pitch if he had him ready, but it was only 1-1. So now it's 2-1. It really making it probably 55 feet, looking like a fastball. In the last 5 feet is when it breaks. That 2-1 is well outside for ball 3. 2-2. Don't know where it's 2-2. He only called 1 strike, so apparently it's 2-2. Swing and a miss. Drop 3rd strike. KK did not advance. It brings up Golden, the catcher. Golden digs in here. Blackerby digs in his glove a little bit. Starts that sweeper. KK started and then didn't come. And then he went ahead and went on, and ball thrown into left field and allowing him to score. Clearing the bases here. Golden now 1-0. Let's call the first pitch on Laliberte a strike, which looked way outside, so I'm not sure. I thought he held up 1 strike, but I thought it was odd because it was Golden hits a ball on the ground of the first baseman. Mabry fields it cleanly. 3-1 put out to end the inning. We'll be back just after these messages. All right, that first inning was brought to you by Nutrient AG Solutions, Overton's Veterinary Hospital, and Mullinex Ford. Hornets took the lead 1-0 there. First pitch to Mabry here in the top of the second inning is a ball outside. Zoltek toes that rubber from the stretch here and comes set and delivers the 1-0. Called strike. It's a little bit higher than the first pitch, so it was in the zone there. That first pitch must have been a little low. 1-1 on the count. Zoltek throws a fastball inside. Ground ball hit to Mizell. Mabry's getting down the line. 6-3 on the putout. Kaplan Reed is coming up the bat. I just heard a dad correcting me on that. Kaplan Reed. It's apparently an A. It looks like an O on our third. And, oh, that's an out. So what happened there was Kaplan put a bunt in play and then ran into the ball in play, letting the ball touch him. So that's an automatic out with the interference by the runner. I don't know if that's what they call it, but it not allowed to touch the balls in play, batted balls. So quickly 2 outs. First pitch to the third batter is a chopper to Mizell. He charges in and gets it for a 6-3 to end the inning. Good play by Mizell. We have been eating up on that same play throughout the season so far, so good to see him come charging. That'll bring up Mizell, Amick, and Cunningham.
Number 21, Lane Phil.
All right. Baker's 5-hole hitter stepping up, number 21, Zane Mizell, who had 2 good defensive plays here that last half. First pitch is high, and he fouls it back over the backstop for strike 1. Apologize for the drip on the lens there on the camera. We'll take care of it in between innings. Is, like I said, got a little bit of a misting going on, so good frame job by the catcher there. Second pitch is called strike on the outside corner. A little bit of a little league glove action. Got the strike called. 0-2 here. Expect that little sweeper. Stays high. Looks like watermelon. And Mizell swings through it and misses.
Number 0.
Amix steps into the plate to Little Einstein's theme music there. One out here in the bottom of the second. Amix fouls the first pitch back over the left-hand side of the field there into the net. Strike one. The 0-1 pitch to Amix is that sweeper. Up flinched a little bit on that ball inside and low. Dangerously close to bouncing. That's one of those that will jump up and bite an umpire, though, that sweeper. There's another sweeper, stays inside the left-handed batter's box the entire pitch. Two balls, one strike. There's a fastball on the inside part of the plate for the lefty. Strike two. Maybe drop that barrel on that pitch. 2-2. I'm looking for that sweeper from Blackerby here. He's thrown it quite a bit today. So fastball outside got me on that and struck out Amy. Third baseman batting in the 7-hole tonight, digging in for his first plate appearance against Blackerby. Blackerby starts to wind up. Called strike on the outside corner. The 0-1 outside, ball one. The 1-1 delivery outside, ball two. Cunningham getting a second straight start at third base was stellar Saturday. Defensively there. 2-1. Breaker there outside to make it 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike here. Cunningham's looking for that one pitch that he can shatter some glass in the left field wall. He hits it high in the air to right field. Right fielder's giving chase, and he's going to track it down for out number 3. Good ride midway down the right field line. And that'll end the inning there. We'll be right back after this break. All right, welcome back here in the top of the third inning. First pitch attempted at a swing or at a bunt, and I think he fouled that one off for strike one. Straight back into the catcher. Latham's at the plate. He tried again. That one's foul for strike two. Number 8, the left fielder here, batting 8. Zoltek's looking back into Golden for a sign. He's got one and delivers the 0-2. Is swinging a miss. In the dirt, Golden blocks it promptly, tosses down to first base for a 2-3 putout. That brings up Nathan Kovo, who's the DH tonight, number 2. Let's catch that up a little bit. I think Golden catches that a little bit more out front, and he's probably going to get that call. Didn't drop his glove, but it just didn't present it well enough for the umpire to call it. 1-0. 2-0. That one was a little lower. Two balls, one strike. I'm sorry, 2 balls, no strikes. That ball was driven to second base, and Horton fields it and gets the out at first for 4-3 putout. It's going to roll us back to the top of the lineup here as the leadoff man, Jake Pilger, number 9, playing second base tonight, comes back up to bat. Got an open stance there, back foot right inside the back line. Golden sets up outside for the first pitch. Zoltek those high and in for ball 1. One ball, no strike here. That second pitch right on that outside corner, knee high. Strike 1. Zoltek is satisfied with the sign and comes set, delivers the 1-1 breaker, swing and a miss on the high breaker. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There are 2 outs in the top of this third inning. A great pitch, but is a little too far out. Calls Golden, the catcher, to reach completely across his body, and it'd be hard to get an umpire to say, yeah, that's a strike. 2-2 is the count. Pitch is fouled off over the first base line. Actually, behind the dugout here. I guess I just missed it. Two and two's the count with 2 outs here in the top of the third. Called strike 3 on the outside part of the plate. It's going to bring up Carter Smith, Aiden Jackson, and the top of the order, Yadiel Oriano. We'll be right back after these messages. Is he really? Is he really? Oh, okay. All right. Looking at 7, 8, 9, or I'm sorry, 8, 9, 1 in our order. Smith hits a ball foul back into the practice field behind us for strike one. The 0-1 hits Carter. That'll bring up number 22, Hayden Jackson.
Now batting number 22, Hayden Jackson.
Blacker B looks in for the sign from Fowler. Comes set. Picks it first. Smith is in easy. Wind's blowing. It's almost as though we're not looking to see if he's close. We're just picking to pick. Smith looks like a speed demon. I think he's got okay speed. I don't think he's a speed demon. He's no Caden Horton or Yadiel. First pitch is ball outside, and Smith does not take off for second. Although the way the catcher's been throwing today, I wouldn't be afraid to send anybody with average speed even. 1-0. Showed bunt, pulled it back. 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. I'm going to guess Jackson shows again here. Throw to first. Smith is in. Blackerby doesn't like the first sign from Fowler. Shakes him off and gets a second. And Jackson does lay down a bunt in foul territory for strike one. I'd expect with one strike to still be working on this bunt. Third baseman really isn't playing up. First baseman's holding on. Smith doesn't go, or does go and swing and a miss. And Smith almost Willie Mays takes it there at second base, but finally reaches out and does get it. So we've got attempted hit and run, swing and a miss, and a stolen base for Carter Smith. Had to do a little bit of a swim move out there at second to finish the slide. 2-2. Swing on and a miss in the dirt. It's at the feet of the catcher who throws down to first and not in time. There is just about 100% chance here that Yachty will lay down a sacrifice with no outs and man on first and second. I say that. I hadn't been around Baker baseball long, but I'm going to say he's going to go for it. He's a pretty good bunter. That ball was thrown at him. He bunts it. It stays almost fair. What a great bunt. At the last second, it rolled into the batter's running box there. Yachty did a terrific job getting the bunt down, considering when he squared up, Blackerby threw it at his chest. So or belt buckle, I guess, really more like it. And Yachty was able to get it down and almost keep it fair. If that would have stayed in, it'd have been a single for a bunt hit, because Blackerby had pulled up to try to let it roll foul, and it just happened to do so the last few seconds. Yachty swings on this pitch. The first baseman gets away from the bag, but is able to retreat and advance the runners there. Works pretty much the same as a sacrifice bunt, just a pulled single or 4-3 put out, not a single, 4-3 put out. Got caught up in that grass. If it had been hit a little bit harder, we might have been able to get it pushed through to right field. But it's going to bring up number 8, Caden Horton, with runners in scoring position, only one out. First pitch is one of them sweepers that stays way outside for ball 1. I wouldn't put it past Coach Williams to have Horton bunt. He's an excellent bunter. The third baseman's deep. So is the first baseman. Little sweeper, and Horton flips it out to the left-hand side of the field. Third baseman had a play but did not get it in. He pulled up because it was going over the dugout, but it stayed in, it looked like, and just couldn't quite seal the deal over there. Good effort by Pritchard. Counts 1-1 now here on Horton. There's a fastball up and away for ball 2. A good one for Horton to flick his wrist down the left field line. That would score 2. Aiden's got decent speed at second. Smith is on third. The 2-1s, that sweeper hit by the shortstop. That's going to score 2. Jackson's coming in. Yachty's or KK's going to second for a double. 2 runs will score on the double.
Batting number 17, Lucas Lalaberte.
He's going to bring Lalaberte up. Great hockey name. He's not playing hockey, though. He's playing baseball, so hopefully we'll get a hat trick here with some sort of action from him here sometime this season. Maybe 3 bombs. We'll call it a hat trick for him. Oh, great sweeper and a swing and a miss. That last hit by Horton was perfectly played by Aiden out there. He kind of got in the vision of the shortstop and didn't allow him to make that play at short. Punching that ball into shallow left field, and with the throw, Horton was able to go on to second base. Not sure if they scored that a double or a single and advanced on the run, but Horton is 2 for 2 today. It looks like they've given him a single. Sweeper. Horton with a great read on the dirt ball and steals third base. Speed kills, folks, and that's what Caden's got. He has got a ton of speed. One ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out. That front side curveball stays inside and around the plate. Brings the count even 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Fastball stays up. Make the count full. 1 out. A lot of birthdays getting a good look here at Blackerby. Throws that sweeper, front side sweeper, called strike 3. It's a great pitch, and to be able to throw it 3-2 shows some real cojones. Use a nice strong swing from 20 here, catch that sweeper out front and drive it out to the park and left. That might cause him not to get thrown too much, but we'll see. Golden hits a nice hard single into left. That's going to score Horton from third to plate the third run this inning and fourth of the game for the Hornets. Going to bring in Ethan Weed as a courtesy runner for the catcher there, Golden. There are two down now. Mizell stepping to the plate here, batting in the 5-hole. Blackerby throws that sweeper. That's the best throw that catcher's made all day, and Wheat gets a nice steal, and it is ball one. Puts Wheat in scoring position here for Zane Mizell. Mizell's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Blackerby's been working that sweeping curve. He's got 5 Ks today. That 1-0 pitch is fouled off. Appreciate your patience at home watching the screen as the net moves the camera back and forth. We'll get it right here shortly. Looks like the wind's helping it some. Maybe I just picked the right hole to put it through. Mizell hits a ball to the third baseman who comes up and makes a throw to first. It's high, but Mabry's a nice, tall, young freshman. And 5-3 is the putout to end the inning. We'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to the top of the fourth inning. Preston Tanner for the UMS Bulldogs stepping to the plate, sporting a cross on the back of his helmet. Zoltek delivers the first pitch and is driven into left field. Looks like where Amick is just camped there. Can of corn for Amick. First pitch, first out. Zoltek's thrown 34 pitches, 23 for strikes. Max Fowler. Fowler stepping to the plate here. Ball high. Fowler is 1 for 1 today, has the only hit for UMS-Wright. Two balls. That looked pretty good there. right at the kneecaps. I guess it was a touch low for the umpire. 2-0 fouled off down the first base line, out of play. Two and one here as Zoltek comes set to Fowler. Ball was outside, says the home plate umpire. His is the only opinion that matters. So 3 balls, 1 strike. That ball's driven in center field. It's going to come to Yadiel Oriano for the second single of the day for Fowler. Going to bring Pritchard up to bat, who's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Got William Peak coming in for Fowler, who is the catcher. Peak is the courtesy runner for the catcher of record. Pritchard digs in here in the cleanup spot. Zoltek throws a ball inside and high, and Pritchard couldn't lay off and fouls it off promptly to the back screen. Nice job by Mabry, the on-deck hitter, going and fetching the foul ball. The 0-1 from Zoltek is fouled off directly behind home plate for strike 2. No balls, 2 strike. Peak on first. The 0-2 was in the dirt. Good block by Golden, kept it in front of him. Ball 1. Peak stays at first base with the block. 1 ball, 2 strike. Ball way outside. Golden throws it down to first and not in time for Peak. It's a good pitch to throw to first on when it's high and away. But Peak able to read the catcher and get back in time. 2-2 now on Pritchard. The 2-2 is high and away for ball 3. Brings the count full. 1 out. Man on first base. Strike him out, throw him out would be nice right about here. Zoltek picks off at first, and he's back in safely. Apologize. I do understand words matter, and I used them incorrectly there. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ball is driven into the air in foul territory. No play. Pritchard is fighting at this at bat. Three balls, 2 strikes. Ball's popped up on the first base side. Lalaberte's got a beat on it and catches it just in foul territory for out number 2. With Peak at first base, that brings up the 5-hole hitter number 12, Ty Mabry. Mabry's batting with a slightly open stance with his back foot there in the back corner of the box, about 3 inches from the back line. Golden takes a foul tip directly off the face mask for strike 1. Everybody checking on Golden. I don't think there's anything up there to rattle, so he's good to go. No balls, one strike. Man on first base with 2 outs. Golden sets up outside. Mabry doesn't go for the slider. 1-1 now. One and one on the pitch, and it gets down behind Golden. He tried to pick it, and it got through there. Pass ball for Golden. Runner will advance to second base on that. Hornets lead 4-0. Bulldogs looking to cook here with a man in scoring possession here in the top of the position here in the top of the fourth. 2 balls, 1 strike. Zoltek didn't like what he saw, stepped off. Peak's got a decent lead, deep lead there. No one holding him on. The ball hitting the 5-hole. Amick bobbles the ball, comes up and hits the cutoff man, Mizell, creating a first and third situation with 2 outs. It's going to bring up number 10, Kaplan Reed. Just need an out, so we can throw out Mabry at second. That would work for me. Pick off Peak from third. Reed step into the plate, and he's 0 for 1. And he drives the ball up in left field. Gabe Amick's got a can of corn. Out number 3, crisis averted. Hornets taking a 0-4 lead into the bottom of the fourth. We'll be back after these messages with Amick, Cunningham, and Smith coming to the plate. Stepping to the plate now is Gabe Amick here. Amick takes one off the backside for the first base runner at the bottom of the fourth inning. He was 0 for 1 with a strikeout and got hit by the pitch.
Now batting number 18, Hunter Cunningham.
Going to bring up Cunningham. I'd expect Amick to take off here as soon as Blackerby goes to the plate. Another throw over from Blackerby there. No pitches at a plate, but 2 to first base. Amick does not go. Cunningham throws down a perfect bunt. Blackerby can't field it, and we're safe. Ball's a little slick. We'll chalk it up to the weather, maybe. Infield single allows Amick to advance to second, bringing up number 25, Carter Smith. So the first pitch was attempted bunt. He missed. The second one, another show, and it was high and in for ball 1. So 1-1 is the count here. He fouled it off for strike 2. I wouldn't expect a bunt here. There are no outs. In high school, my coach maybe go after. With 2 strikes, he still gave me the bunt to teach me how to get it down. Nothing like a good pressure cooker to make you learn it. The body language of Carter walking away from Coach Williams is just that. It looks like he may be telling him to go ahead and do it again. We'll see. Just needs to be a little less timid, get that barrel out front, and we should be good to go. Shortstop tries to get a throw at second base. Amick wasn't that far off. Blackerby wasn't having it. Just stepped off to reset everything here. Nope. That sweeper front side gets Carter Smith on a looking strikeout.
Batting number 22, Jackson.
Going to bring up number 22, Aiden Jackson, the right fielder. Jackson today is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. But a run scored. He had a drop third strike that got by the catcher, and he made it on down to first base. So, heck, at this point, we'll even take that. That would load him for the top. But sweeping curve gets him swinging for strike 1. Coach Williams wants him to keep it simple and just take everything to right here, hit behind the runners. We can get a line drive into right field. Right field is not too deep, but it should score Amick for second. Kind of odd. Blackerby went to first base on a pickoff move with a man at second. It would have been a good time for Amick to have a good lead to take off. And maybe just to set up Amick at second to make that move, too. That sweeper, perfect pitch to go right, and Jackson just fouled it off over the backstop. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Hornets are cooking man in second base right now with 1 out. That ball was hit straight back into the backstop. Got our camera a little cattywampus. So we'll work on that here shortly. Apologize. This rest of this half inning might be a little out of sorts. Camera's looking where we want the ball to hit, so maybe we'll see some action in it anyway. The 0-2, high, ball 1. One and 2 the count to Aiden Jackson. Sweeper, man on first. He strikes out. That brings up the top of the lineup, Yadiel Oriano. Yadi's 0 for 2 today.
Now batting number 4, Yadiel Orlando.
Yadi's been having a phenomenal year, really been putting the good part of the bat on the ball and driving. He's got an inside the park home run at MGM this time last week. Takes that sweeper front door or back door to a lefty, I guess, for strike one. Low and in, and he fouls it back over the third base dugout for strike two. Yachty can battle out this at bat. Horton's already 2 for 2 today. Ball in the dirt for ball one. It's a great back foot sweeper that he threw there. Not as sharp as a slider might be. Slider might be a little more effective. This might be some sort of slider he's throwing. It's just not coming in as quick as his fastball. So shortstop really working on Amick over there. No one's holding on Cunningham at first anymore. Sweeper again inside, and Yachty fouls it down the first base line. Still 1 and 2. Wind was fixing the camera there forced. Hopefully we'll get back to where we need to be here shortly. Swing and miss. Called strike three. Or not called. Swing and miss, strike three. We'll be back just after this break. All right. Here we are back in the top of the fifth. Hornets still holding on to a 4-0 lead. Zoltek still on the mound. He's been very efficient. 4 innings pitched, 3 hits, 4 strikeouts, no hits, 3 hits, no walks. First pitch is ball. Second one also ball. First one was high. Second one was low. That's twisted. 2-0 for Zoltek. Ball 3. At the plate, Quinlevin. Quinlevin is 0 for 1 today. The 3-0 called strike. The 3-1 pitch fouled off for strike two. The 3-2 offering is ball four. That's the first free pass today that Baker's given. Lathan is up now, the 8-hole hitter. He attempted a bunt in his first at bat. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch called strike on the inside part of the corner. Pretty big lead there by Quinlevin. Whew. Good attempt there by Zoltek. If he'd thrown it to the right-hand side of Lalaberte where he could backhand and tag, he'd have been out. But he threw it back to his glove side, which makes Lalaberte make the move all the way across the body. Not a very good attempt. Lathan shows and is called strike two. He's going to take that bunt out of the pitcher, I would presume. No balls, 2 strikes. Quinlevin looks like he's about to take off here. Good strike him out, throw him out would be good. Golden sets up outside at his feet. Didn't catch it. Ball 1, low. One and two here. No outs in the top of the 5th. One and two is fouled off. I think it's all right. Maybe I don't know. Not sure what's going on with it. Lathan drives the ball into right field. Aiden Jackson on the run and is going to get down. Jackson fields it and throws to second base and almost gets the 9-6 put out. But it's short hop Mizell, and he's not able to corral it there. Brings up number 2, the DH tonight, Nathan Cobo. He's also 0 for 1. Man on first and second, no outs. The Bulldogs definitely cooking here in the top of the 5th inning. In game 1 of the split doubleheader. Cobo squares the bunt. He lays a bunt down in foul territory for strike 1. Killed by Golden. Alaberte's in on the grass. Cunningham's even with the bag. You would think Zoltek's got the third base line, and Lalaberte's charging in hard now. Golden catches a pop-up behind the plate for out number 1. Then I bring up the top of the order, Jake Pilger, who's 0 for 2 with 1 K today. Pilger drives a ball into left field. Amick's on the retreat, but it's a can of corn. Amick's got it down. We went from no outs with the first and second to 2 little pop-ups, one to the catcher, one to left. Really more of a fly out to left. Pilger hit that well. It's going to bring up Tanner. Preston Tanner. Got the wind blowing into it. It's going to kill everything. You're going to have to hit it on the nose to do anything. That curveball there by Zoltek stays up for ball 1 to Tanner. 1-0 pitch is called strike one on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Zoltek comes set, doesn't check the runner and comes. Tanner fouls it off out of play over the first base dugout. I don't understand why it's moving so much. One and two. Outside. Just a little bit outside for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. High and in, ball 3.
Ball hit into center field. Fields it, throws home. Lalaberte makes a cut, throws to third. Oh, Cunningham dropped it. Safe all around. We've got now first and third here.
A ball driven into center field. Yadiel come up throwing home. Lalaberte cut it off through to third, but safe. First and third now. And 1 run across for the Bulldogs. Number 17, Max Fowler. Fowler, the catcher for the Bulldogs, is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Had the only 2 hits until that last one there. First pitch called strike. Center, his first 2 plate appearances. The 0-1 from Zoltek. Called side part of the plate. And we picked off the runner at first base, who was supposed to stay in the rundown long enough to score the next run. That's a Zoltek to Horton put out there. So 1-4 on the pickoff. We'll be right back after these messages. I apologize for the camera. Wind is brutal. 2-1. Swing on and a miss. 2-2 on the count with one out here in the bottom of the fifth inning. The 2-2 delivery from Blackerby, high and in, ball 3. Blackerby has thrown 4 1/3 innings, and he's up to 67 pitches. That sweeper outside for ball 4 gets away from the catcher. Lalaberte hustles to first, but he's got no chance really to go to second before Fowler picks it up off the ground. Seven plate Golden, 1 for 2 today. It's an RBI single in his last at bat. Lalaberte's got an okay lead. It's nothing great. Golden digs in here and looks at Blackerby, who throws a pitch high for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Blackerby checks Lalaberte at first, and he throws over. Lalaberte in safely. Like I said, Blackerby is up to 70 pitches now through 4 1/3, and you can add another 13 to first base. Golden requests time and is granted time. As the Saraland Spartans have shown up for the second half of the doubleheader today. One ball, no strike. Sweeper outside. Ball 2. Golden looks like he was seeing that pretty good. Of course, it was away from him, not inside. That inside front door sweeper is what's frozen up a couple kids today. 2-0. Fastball out. Ball 3. I would expect the take here, 3-0. He might give him a flyer since we're up 4-1 here. 3-0 count. Lalaberte still got just a standard lead, and that pitch is called strike. Not sure what UMS-Wright's pitching coach likes to do here. A lot of coaches on 3-1 would like to throw a little changeup. They've got one in the bullpen working. He throws a fastball off the middle, and it's rolled gingerly to the shortstop, who fields it 6-4-3, although it did look like Mabry jumped off that bag early, but it is a double play to end the inning. Zoltek looks like he's set to come back out. I say that. And he is. Well, maybe not. No, it looks like Mizell's going to come out to close out the game. We'll be right back after these messages. defensive changes for the Baker Hornets. Zanny Mizell has come in to pitch, moving Caden Horton over to second base. That Cunningham is over at second, and Aiden Jackson is in from right to third. And Ethan Wheat has been entered into the game for Zoltek. First pitch is called strike one. The 0-1 delivery's fouled off over the first base dugout into the practice football field. No balls, 2 strikes. Curveball stays up for ball 1. One-two delivery for Mizell. Fastball outside to Fowler. Fouled off into the net to the right. One and two is the count. Breaking ball stays up again for Mizell. Mizell's speed is a little bit faster than Zoltek and looks like giving Fowler a little bit of difficulty on the fastball. Extremely late. Really just throwing his hands at it right now. Two and two is the count. The fastball a little elevated for ball 3. Three and two. There's one. Swing and a miss. Bring the 4-hole up. Pritchard's coming to the plate, who is 0 for 2 with 1 strikeout. You might have recognized Fowler was up at the base. The half inning ended on the base pass last half, so Fowler gets to maintain his bat. First pitch to Pritchard, breaking ball for strike 1. Drive me crazy there. All that moving back and forth just loosened the nut on the bottom, I bet. The 0-1 delivery is low for ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off into the helmet of Golden. He's taken 2 shots today. It's all right. He's still seeing 2 fingers on each hand for 4 fingers total, even though the coach is holding 1 up. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Breaking ball, hit hard. Jackson fields it at third, makes a throw to first. Laliberte fields for a clean 5-3 put out. Brings up the 5-hole hitter number 12, Ty Mabry. First pitch, swing on and a miss. He tried to check, but he couldn't hold up. Breaking ball outside. Camera showing which way the ball broke. At least the wind is doing it for you. The 0-1 is bounced in the dirt. Golden stops it for ball 1. Nice glove stop, glove save, I guess you'd say. One ball, 1 strike. Umpire didn't like that. Mabry's a tall kid, a little over 6 foot, a little below his knees, I guess. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Ball's hit on a line to the shortstop. 4 and out. Horton secures that to end the top half of the 6th. Moving into the bottom half, we'll have Zane Mizell, Gabe Amick, and Connor Cunningham. We'll be back after this break. All right, first pitch to Mizell was reached on error there from the third baseman. That brings up Gabe Amick. Hopefully we've got the camera situated at least until the end of this game, and we'll be able to move on here. Amick steps out here. Mizell dives back in. Would have thought we had a courtesy runner for the pitcher. I guess not. Amick turns around to bunt, and the ball's thrown high and tight, which he just barely got the bat on it to keep it out of hitting him in the jaw. Mizell's got a decent lead. His right foot's at the cut, and there's a pick at first again. Third one of the at bat here. Mizell, not quite a big a lead this time. He's about a half step short of where he was. Blackerby comes to the plate. Mizell bunts it, but foul. The catcher does kill it there and on the halo there, just past the Baker B. Amick's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout, and he's been hit by a pitch in his other plate appearance. This is his third plate appearance today. 0 for 2, or 0 and 2 is the count. He showed bunt again, but I'm thinking he's forgot that there were 2 strikes, and Coach Williams called timeout and is asking him, what in the world are you thinking? You know there's 2 strikes. If you bunt it foul, it's an out. How about hit the ball to right? Yes, sir. I think that's how the combo went there. So couldn't quite read the lips, but pretty sure how that's how that conversation went. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Amick. No outs with the man on first base. Right center would be a great spot to drive a ball. The right fielder's playing pull, and he bunted again. So that is a strikeout for Amick.
Number 18, Hunter Cunningham.
All right, that brings up Connor Cunningham. Cunningham is 0 for 1 tonight. Drives the ball into center field. The center fielder has got it can accord. He's coming up throwing to first, but not in time. It does get by, but Mizell doesn't pay attention enough to take off. The first baseman retreats, and the catcher, Fowler, is the one that gets it. But that's an out for Cunningham. A great drive, just the wind blowing in. It's not going to help anything today on that one. Going to bring up number 25, the DH, Carter Smith. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The leadoff man still at first base. There goes Mizell. Carter Smith hits the chopper. And Pilger fields the ball, but doesn't have a chance at first and catches Mizell way off the bag. I believe he's calling interference on the runner on the fielding of the ball because the runner and the second baseman did bump into each other on fielding the play. So that's runner interference there. Second baseman has the right to the ball. It's a judgment call. Home plate umpire made the call, even though it was right in front of the field umpire. So that will end the inning. Move us in the top of the 7th, the last half of the game. Hornets hold on to a 4-1 lead. All right, top of the 7th. We've got 6, 7, 8. I'm sorry, 7, 8, 9 coming up to the plate. Center fielder Kaplan Reed. First pitch from Zane, called strike, right down the heart of the plate. Reed dives right back in there. He's got his toes nearly on the white line. Slightly open. Second pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2. The 0-2 delivery. Swing on a miss. Strike three. That's going to bring up the plate Quinlevin. First pitch from Quinlevin called strike one. Best pitch in baseball, strike one. Second pitch, swing and a miss. Mizell working very efficiently here. Hopefully this 0-2 is inside. Fastball low, but Golden sets up outside. Fastball out a little too far. 1-2. One, two, swing and a miss. Strike three. Brady Lathan's up to bat. He is 1 for 2 today with a single up the middle. Attempted to butt both at bats before the second one. He was able to obtain a single. First pitch is inside for ball one. He's got a single and a strikeout today. Second pitch, swing and miss. The 1-1, swing and a miss. One and two here for Mizell. Swing and a miss. Strike three and ball game. The game ends 1 run across for UMS-Wright on 5 hits and 3 errors. Baker Hornets 4 runs across on 5 hits and no errors. Pretty good pitchers duel tonight. Baker struck out 8, while Blackerby pitched the entire game for UMS-Wright and struck out 9. Had a great sweeper that was really working on Baker, but they were able to overcome it overall. So we're going to end this broadcast and set back up for game 2 of our split doubleheader here at home. Coming up next is Saraland JV versus Baker Hornets. Good day.